Home, a very recent release in the world of gaming, is a 2D adventure game that focuses on exploration and the fear of the unknown rather than on jump scares and combat. The game places you in the shoes of a man who's awoken at the scene of a murder, with no recollection of how he came to be there and a desire to get out and get home. The journey that follows leads you to discover more of the events surrounding that night and your own part in them, with you constantly questioning the clues you discover and how they fit in with your own story. The game itself is an adventure game, focused on having you move from A to B whilst piecing together the game's story from the objects you encounter. However, the subject matter, mixed with having gone into the game blind, filled me with a constant sense of dread at what may very well be out there, lurking in the claustrophobic darkness that hangs over the game. Home has a very stripped back approach to instilling fear into the player, with a very limited use of sound, drawn out transitions between areas, plus a general fear of what your own interpretations may mean. It creates a real sense of tension as you make your journey home. With a branching storyline and no clear ending, the game forces you to play the detective in your own murder mystery, yet leaving you with more questions than answers by the end of the game, and a desire to go back to discover what you may have missed and what it may have meant to your story. Home's far from the perfect horror game. The lack of any real resolution at the end of the game really lets it down. But it does play around with the genre and does raise questions as to whether a physical threat is really needed to create a frightening experience. Thankfully, Home is cheap enough to allow everyone to experience it for only a couple of quid, couple of bucks, and to find for themselves their own answers.